Hi friends, it's Laressa, aka La to the R-E-S-S-A. Welcome back or welcome to the channel if you are new here. This is the place on the internet where I help fellow real estate brothers and sisters level up their content creation, branding, and marketing game with Canva and the Wolfpack here at eXp Realty. If you know, you know. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 real estate video ideas that are proven to get clients. But more importantly, I'm going to share with you how to design these click-worthy YouTube thumbnails. So this is going to be a hefty video, so strap in and be sure to stay to the very end because I have a special gift for you that you do not want to miss out on. Now, to preface this video, these video topic ideas have been cherry-picked from a compilation of the highest converting YouTube video ideas that attract clients from the Social Agent Academy, which is a program developed by my business partner, Mike Sherrod. Now, in this academy, we not only teach you how to leverage YouTube for lead generation, but we also teach you how to leverage every single social media platform out there in order for you to build a well-known, well-recognized, distinguished personal brand in order for you to attract clients at scale over time through content. Now, within the Social Agent Academy, within specifically the YouTube module and the 6-month YouTube blueprint plan that we have helped new agents in new markets go from 0 deals to 87 deals their first year in real estate just by leveraging free optimized YouTube video content. Now, if you are partnered with me and the Wolfpack here at eXp Realty, you will get free access to this Social Agent Academy, which is major key. Now, if you want to learn more about what partnership looks like, look in the description box down below to book a call with me. Now, on to the 5 out of the 12 YouTube video ideas that Mike Sherrod recommends agents produce in order to attract clients at scale. All right, let's go. First one is pros and cons of living in your city. Now, this is a great video to showcase obviously the pros of your city, moving to your city, but also bring some attention to the cons of your city. Now, for example, let's say you live in a very sunny city, but let's say during the summertime, it is so hot that you can literally cook an egg on the sidewalk. Now, some people may not be aware of that, and some people may not be so keen on that type of heat. So they should probably know that before moving to your city. So how do we create this thumbnail with Canva? So let's go to Canva. We are here at the homepage. And if you go to the create a design up here, you can search for YouTube thumbnail, but right now mine pops up right here for me. This is a 1280 by 720 pixel canvas. So I'm just going to click on that. Now, the preface of this video in terms of creating your YouTube thumbnails is to essentially build out a base template for your YouTube thumbnail that is in line with what your brand is, the feel, the look, and the color. So let's begin here with the first thumbnail again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my brand hub here. Now, Canva has made some significant changes to the brand hub. If you are not aware, I do have a video of the new brand hub on Canva, so be sure to check it out. I will link it in the cards above and in the description box down below, but I'm looking for this brand kit here. Now, what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to be building out a template, a base template for my thumbnail. So I'm just going to pull in a photo. Actually, before I do that, what I'm going to do is go up to the colors here, and I'm going to change this to a brand color. Then I'm going to go back into my brand hub, and I'm going to pull this photo in because now I'm going to click on this photo, and I'm going to go up to here, which is the transparency, and I'm going to just pull that down somewhere around here so all you see is just that. Okay? Then I'm going to pull in some other brand elements. So this is just the style and feel of what I want to create. So you do whatever you have. If you have certain graphics, certain elements, certain the feel to your brand, by all means. So I'm going to go into elements. I'm going to look for gradient circle. Now I'm going to hit see all. Now this specific circle here, this gradient here, you have the ability to change the colors and it is free. So I'm just going to do like that, but I'm going to actually put the transparency down because that's a little bit much. And then I'm going to just duplicate this one, and I'm going to make this one actually bigger, and I'm actually going to bump up the transparency. Now, key tip here is if you're putting yourself in your thumbnails, what I recommend is you always put yourself either in the center or on the right hand side here, because typically on YouTube the timestamp is in this lower right corner. And if you have text there, then it might be covering it and then it won't look as great. So I have that there. And then I'm going to go into elements and I'm going to look for, I already have searched this up already. So if you want to know what this is, I'm going to go to this I tab here, info. If you want this specific element, it's called abstract gold 15. I don't know why, but I am just going to size this accordingly. And I'm just going to put that here. And I'm just going to bring this down over here. Something like that. Let me just adjust this. Actually, I think I'm going to flip this like that. Just like that. Okay. All right, so now that we have that going, next I'm going to start working on the text. So I'm going to go into text here. Actually, no, we're going to go to elements first. I'm going to grab this square here, because I am just going to make this block text effect. And I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to pull this so it pretty much takes up almost the entirety of the page. I'm going to change this to my brand colors here. And then I am going to pull in some text, as I said. So we're going to go into text. I'm going to add here. I'm going to make this smaller. I'm just going to paste this here, and I'm going to grab, just going to duplicate this here. And I'm going to change this color to this color. I'm actually going to change the font of this one here. I'm going to do Open Sans Bold, and I'm just going to make this all caps. And then I am going to go into effects. I'm going to give it a little bit of a lift, and of course I'm going to change out the color. So in this case, I'm going to choose something that is a little bit more bright and neon. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to duplicate this as well down here. And I'm just going to make this one white. Let me make this text white. And this is where you're going to put your city name. Okay. All right. So again, we are working with pros and cons here. So actually, what I'm going to do is, let's just go ahead and put pros and cons here. But you know what? I'm actually going to change the colors around. I'm going to make this the "and" symbol white. I'm going to make this green. I'm going to make this red. And then I'm just going to tighten up this school rectangle here. And this is where we're going to go pros and cons of living in. Spell it right. Just like that. And I'm just going to select all the text boxes. And then I'm going to, okay, they're all centered. Perfect. You know, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Let's make it bigger. And let's go ahead and make this bigger as well. All right, you know what? Let's just tighten this up just a little bit more. All right, now the fun part here is we are going to add in our photos. So we're going to go back into brand kit. Now, if you want to upload your photos here, you can go into the uploads tab and just hit upload file. But I have mine already in my brand kit, so I'm going to go here and I am going to, let's see, which photo do I want? I'm just going to use this one. Now, if you've been on my channel for quite some time now, you would know that my favorite Canva Pro tool is the background remover. Now again, you do need Canva Pro. This is a pro feature. If you have yet to try out Canva Pro, I do have a link in the description box down below that you can try out Canva for 30 days free, because wait for this magic. Just give it a second. Give it a second. Boom. Background is removed. Make sure you hit apply. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this enlarged. Now what I recommend is, usually I like everything up from chest up. I think it looks really nice, looks really clean, and you want it to be, you know, you want your face to be on there because it's brand recognition. You are your brand. You are the face of your brand. Now I'm going to go into this positions tab here, because we're going to go into layers here, because I want this specific glow here to be a little bit more intense, so it looks like it's illuminate luminescent. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just make that bigger like that. You do whatever you feel, whatever you like. And then let's see here, this one here, should I make it bigger? Yeah. Okay. Something like that. And then, you know what, let's just go ahead and make all of this bigger, because it looks like we can take up a little bit more room. I'm gonna move myself over. Yep. Deselect that. Continue to make it big, because the point is with YouTube thumbnails, you want to make sure that your text is both bold, it's legible, and you can see it even if you are like this small. Okay, so let me go ahead, maybe we can make this a little bit bigger. Let's see here, I'm gonna make this 100, the font size 100, and let's go and make this probably around 102. I'm just gonna extend this, and maybe I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit with the letter spacing, just like around there. I'm gonna make sure that my face is on top of everything, so it's like that. Maybe I'll put this on top of me, so it looks something like that. And then we're gonna go in and just add in some emojis, some emoticons. So I like to look up 3D emojis, and you'll see a whole bunch to play around with here. So go ahead and use whatever you like. Let me see if I can find the ones that I used. We can use this one, or we can use this one. I use different ones in the ones I made up, but essentially you can use whatever. You can just use whatever you like. It's all up to preference. So I'm just gonna put this here, and put this here. So you have pros and cons. And the only thing about this, we have to make sure that, there we go, we're still in the frame, but we have some fun elements in here as well. So I'm just gonna do that. And the yellow is kind of blending in, so if you have a different color, that might be best. But that is pretty much it for the first thumbnail. Again, pros and cons of living in your city. Now, if I just make sure that, let me go into the positions tab here. I want to select all this. I want to make sure that it is pretty much in the center, so it looks even. All right, so that is your first thumbnail. Let's go back to our slideshow here, and the next thumbnail I have for you is cost of living in your city. Now, this is a great video for people who are looking to relocate to your market center, but it's also a great video for first-time homebuyers who want to get a sense of what home ownership is going to cost them. So in this type of video, of course, you'll be talking about monthly costs related to your mortgage, rent, insurance, utilities, gas, internet, groceries, amenities, activities, entertainment, subscriptions. You get the idea. So let's create this thumbnail here. Let's go back into our tab here. Now again, what we did was again create a base layer. Now what I'm going to do is just duplicate this, and I'm going to delete a face, delete the text here, and what you can do is just name this base template. So now you have a base to work with, and I'm just going to duplicate it. I'm going to put it down here, because now we are creating again the cost of living in your city name. And it is pretty easy, because all we have to do is just change this out. Costs, you can change it to a different color, and we'll do this blue, this cyan blue, cost of, and then we go into our uploads here, or in this case, I'm going to go to my brand tab. I am going to choose a photo of myself. What do I want? This one. And again, what are we going to do? Yes, background remover. Let's go. Give it a second. Pow. And then again, what I'm going to do is, of course, size me up. Oh, don't forget to hit apply. Hit apply. That was almost dangerous. Okay, because if you don't hit apply, then Canva is going to squish your image, and it's just not a good time. So again, as always, I like to make sure that I'm always from a good, nice profile of myself. I'm just going to use my keys, shift keys. Yep. You can use your shift keys. If you hold the shift key and then you use your arrows, it moves faster than just moving with your arrow, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that I have that, it looks great. And then I'm just gonna move myself a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, at this point, you can just add in another element, another emoji. I'm gonna do piggy bank because we're talking about the cost of living in your city. Okay, let's see here. I think I used this one because it was really cute. And then I'm just gonna size this up and just play around with the placement of this all. We can move this over, this text over a little bit. Cost of, you can even make this a little bit bigger if you want to. And again, we can just, oops, so much is happening. Make sure we take this text here and make sure that it is in the center, something like that. Do it like that. And boom, that is your cost of living in city name. Done. That took us like what? Less than 2 minutes? 3 minutes? I mean, if I wasn't talking, I would be a lot faster. So that is cost of living in your city name. Cost of living in your city name. Cost of living in your city. Now let's move on to the third YouTube video idea that I have for you. Let's go. Top 5 family events in city name. Now this is a great video to break away from the more factual and analytical videos. This is a great video to actually do vlog style. So if you're actually going to these events, film yourself there so your audience can see more of your personality, your tonality, what you're like out and about, and also show the livelihood of your city. So this can be family events, this can be a specific type of event, whatever you want it to be. And of course, this is a great video to showcase and put on your channel because you never know what people are searching in Google, because again, Google owns YouTube. And if people are searching for different events in a specific city, in a province, in a state, your video might just pop up. Yes, that is optimization at its finest. So let's go back into our Canva page here. And again, what we are going to do is I'm just going to go into this grid view. I can just hit this 3 dots up here, duplicate, and pow, we are working on our other YouTube thumbnail. I'm just gonna remove this here so we're not confused. And now let's create this third thumbnail. All right, so you know what? I actually like the color of this text here, so I'm gonna copy that, delete this, paste this here, and I'm gonna do top. I'm going to just clean this up a bit. Make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to put the number 5 and make it a little bit bigger. We're gonna make it on a bit of an angle, and let's go in and change this to another color. We can just do green for now, and of course change this out. Top 5 family events in. Now this type of thumbnail is very interchangeable with lots of different other video topics. This could be like top 5 restaurants in your city, top 5 bars in your city, top 5 breweries, top 5 cafes, ice cream shops, top 5 anything, because it's good. This type of video is good for SEO, trust me. All right, so let me just make this here. I'm gonna move this down here a little bit. And of course, we're going to go into our brand hub and we are going to look for a photo. Let's see, top 5. I liked this one because I'm top 5. Okay, so again, edit image. We're gonna go into background remover. Give it a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. My internet might be a little bit slow. Okay. Yes, perfect. Again, hit apply at the bottom here, and we are, per usual, going to just size it up. Extend, extend, extend. And I totally forgot to show you this. But if you like this cutout, wow, that's... Come on. Come on. So besides removing your background, what you can also do is add an effect to yourself. Now you can add what I mean by effect, because we are still clicked on this picture, go to edit image, we can actually go down here and search for shadows. Now, to preface this, I am still in the old editing window or photo editing window in Canva. So as you see here, it says, check this out, a new way to edit photos. I'm not in that because I like the old look of the old Canva photo editing panel here. So I'm gonna go into shadows down here. Click and see all. Now you can do a glow where if you see people, they have an outline of their entire figure. That's something that you can do, but you can also do this drop shadow too, which looks really nice. You can't really see that, so let me just zoom in. If you see that, it's just a slight shadow, and we can also intensify that as well. You can also change the direction, but bottom right is good for me. And we can, make it blurry, less blurry, more intense. We can up the transparency, and you can choose a different color, but I like the look of the black. And so at this point, what you do is just hit apply. And that gives you a little bit added more dimension, so it's not just you flat on the thumbnail. So that's also something that you can put on your thumbnails as well. But again, if you just like just the cutout itself, perfectly fine. And as always, make sure you hit the apply button at the bottom to make sure that Canva applies that effect to your photo. Give it a second. There we go. And you can see the slight difference between the two here. This is no drop shadow. So, just for the sake of this video, we're gonna go in and just easily just hit the drop shadow there. So, it's just an added dimension of more, it makes your thumbnails look that much nicer. But again, just a preface, these photos that I'm taking are literally taken with the front-facing camera of my iPhone. I just set up a ring light, or you can be in front of a window and just take a whole bunch of pictures. And that's what I do. Nothing fancy at all. And then you just upload that directly into Canva and you are Gucci. All right. So back to our thumbnail here, top 5 family events in city name. And again, I'm just going to move this over just slightly, just like that. So we can add in another emoji here. In this case, I just looked up, I think, family in elements. Family. Yes. So I just used this one. Whoa. Made it smaller. And just kind of did something like that. I kind of covered the girl's face, but you get the idea. And of course, you can make this a little bit bigger. It was like, boom, in your face, top 5. Like that. Top 5. And then if you want to be fancy, I added in some stars. Spell it right. Stars. Here. Oh no, not shapes. I meant to go into the graphics here. You can have a whole bunch of these to work with, to play around with. And let's see what I searched. Give me a second. Or stars or sparkles? Let's go sparkles. Sparkle. I think I used, was it this one? Oh, no, it was this one. This one. And you can change the color of it. And then, just so it's like, a little bit of some extra pizzazz. So people are like, ooh, this is something nice. You get the idea. All right, so that is top 5 family events. Now I would make this smaller, so girl, it's not like that, something like that. See, that's cute. And then just fix that up there and just move this slightly, just make slight adjustments, and there you go. Top 5 family events in city name, and you can again put whatever top 5 whatever in this line here, and you're solid. All right, now let's move on to the 4th thumbnail I have for you, which is home tours. Yes, people love these videos. I don't know what it is, but people love to see the big price there and then a beautiful exterior shot of the home. Very, very clickable. Very clickable. And I'm going to show you how to do this hollow out effects here, which is really cool to do, and it's actually not that hard as it seems. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Canva. Now again, we are just going to duplicate our base template here, and I'm going to move it over here. I'm just going to remove this here. And what I'm doing here is completely optional. If you have an exterior of the photo, you don't even need to do this. You can just add a new page, drop in your photo just like that. But I just wanted to make it look a little bit more fancy, keep it in line with this brand feel, because what I'm going to do is go into elements. We are going to go search for frames here, and we're going to look for rounded, I think it's rounded rectangle. And so I think I used this one here, or you can use this one here, whatever you want to do. Let's just go ahead and use this one. And I'm going to size this up. And what I'm going to do is actually duplicate this. So I'm going to put this one a little bit to the side. And then this is where you want to put in a very beautiful exterior photo of the property. Now, disclaimer with property tours, yes, they are amazing to make. But disclaimer here, you do want to make sure you have a written consent from the seller, from the listing agent if applicable, from the builder. You want to have written consent so that you are, one, you have consent, but you're also, your content is well protected when you put your content out online. And what I found, or what the Wolfpack members in our group have found when it comes to creating property tour videos, is that the best thing to do is to literally film the video in first person point of view. So you as the real estate agent, all you have to do is just go in and film with your mobile phone. You don't even need a fancy camera. Just go in and film the tour as if you were the buyer walking through the property, just in one shot and one flow. And when you film it like that, one, it's just easier to film and put out content, and two, you don't need to make any major cuts or adjustments or edits in the video, which will also translate to the people watching your video that there isn't anything to hide in this property. And again, it's as if they were the buyer going through the home in first person point of view. So that's just my 2 cents, and I just wanted to share that little tip with you guys because that's what we have found here at the Wolfpack to be best for property tours. And again, you don't need a fancy camera, you just use your phone, and if you want to be fancy, you can definitely buy one of those handheld gimbals. I think Osmo has a bunch of those, so you can look them up on Amazon. Just look for a phone gimbal. There are a bunch of them as well. So with that all said, let's make this YouTube thumbnail. So I'm going to drag in this photo here. I'm sure you have seen this photo everywhere. I'm sorry, but I'm going to use it. So now that I've dragged my photo into the frames, I'm going to place the second frame directly on top. So did I do that? I'm just gonna select these two. Okay, so they are perfectly aligned. Now, here's what we gotta do. Here's what we gotta do next. So select the photo on top. We're gonna go to edit image, and we're gonna go to background remover. Now, ideally, this is gonna work pretty well. If the sky is clear, then Canva is gonna know what to erase, okay? So I'm gonna hit the erase tab here, and you'll see that it has erased the sky, which is exactly what we want. But if it hasn't erased what you wanted, again, hit the erase tab here, and you can just use your mouse, just click and just drag so you can remove that. Or if it deleted something, you can go into the restore, and again, restore that. But again, Canva has done a pretty good job in removing the sky, which is exactly what I want, and I'm going to hit done. Now hit apply. Now go into the positions tab here, and what we want to do is I just want to lock this down so it doesn't move. Okay, now this is where the fun part is by adding in our text. So You can use whatever text you want, but I'm just gonna copy this from here, paste it in here, and of course put the price of the home. So let's just say it's 500,000. Now, if you want to keep things simple, by all means, you can just literally just put the text on top of the house like that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be fancy. We're going to be that real estate agent who goes the extra mile. So what I'm going to do is this. Now, what I did was duplicate the text 3 times. I know that seems like a lot, but this is what we have to do. So I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. And you know what? To make things easy, I'm gonna undo. I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm going to open up a new page and just put that text there so that we have it. So with this one, I am going to go into effects here. So we are now in lift, but I want to make this into a glow, and I'm going to change this glow to this yellow color here. Go back into effects and just put the intensity all the way up. Now that is pretty much good, right? Not really. So now we're going to go back into this text here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it on here. I'm going to align it directly on top of the text. Now I'm going to go into effects again, and I'm going to actually first I'm going to change the color to yellow, go into effects, and then we're going to hit the hollow. Now you have the ability to make this as thick or as thin as you'd like. Now I lied, you only really need 2 text boxes, okay? 2 duplicates of the same text. So now that we have the hollowed out text, now what we're going to do is go into positions, and I'm going to take this text box, okay, the first one, and I'm going to drag it underneath the house. So basically what's happening is you have 3 different layers. You have the text box, the house, and the hollowed out text box. So that is how you see this hollow out effect. Now if I hold my command key and I click on this, now I've just selected just the text boxes, and what I can do is rearrange it where I want it. I can make it a little bit bigger, just like that. Make it even more bigger. And there we go. So that is just something a little bit extra to do, so the text is behind the house. And if you don't like the hollowed out effect, by all means, you can just delete that text box and then the text is behind the house. It looks just as good. Or you can, again, keep that outline so it's more defined for the eye to see, and you can go up to positions, and then again, you can just drag this behind so the text is behind the house, which actually looks just as good. So I'm just going to duplicate this so you can do whatever you want. So again, I'm going to put this house in between. There you go. So up to you. What do you like? Text behind or that hollowed out effects? Now this is great as it is, but if you want to go in and add in, the brand, aka your face in there, by all means you can also add in yourself into the lower right or lower left corner. So I'm just going to do that for fun. Let's see here if I have a pointy photo. This is kind of a pointy photo, not really, but anyways, I am just going to use the background remover. I am going to hit apply, and then I'm going to hit shadows, drop, hit apply, and then I'm just going to situate myself in the corner here. See, it's thinking that I want to drag my photo into this is a frame. Remember, it was a frame, but we don't want to do that. So let me just use my keys to just put myself here, and there you go. That is what it looks like. You can make yourself a little bit bigger and just readjust where you like. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you like the text behind, or do you like the text hollowed out like this? And do you like to put yourself on your property tour thumbnails or not? You let me know in the comments down below. All right, so that is the 4th thumbnail. And now let's move on finally to the 5th thumbnail. Scoot over to market updates. Now, yes, this isn't evergreen content, but the thing about market updates is that you, as a real estate agent, when you are doing these type of videos, you really have to have a lot of skill to be able to articulate confidently and competently what is happening in the market. Now, these videos are great for people who are looking to move, who are wanting to move to the area, and or just are moving within the area and want to know what's happening. So you, as a real estate agent, this is going to make you a weapon when it comes to communicating directly with your clients and guiding them and properly educating them on what to do in that current market, whether they are buying, selling, or investing right now. So a lot of agents in the Wolfpack are crushing it with these types of videos because, man, like, you are that agent when you make this video. So let's go ahead and make this thumbnail. So again, we're going to make it very easy on ourselves. Per usual, we're just going to duplicate our base thumbnail, our template here. I'm just going to delete this. And all we are going to do is change out this text here. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to go up, copy this one because I like this color. Paste it here. You can put the month. I'm just going to put in, what month are we in? May is a short month. That's going to be really short. April? Just so we're playing around with the spacing here. So let's just do that. April. And then here, 2023 market. Okay. I'm not really feeling how this number looks like. So I'm going to look for a different font here. Cyrillic. There. So that's just a one-off. I'm just going to make this here. Should we put in, let's go to effects here. Should we add a lift? Maybe just a little one? A small one? Okay, we'll just do that. April 2023 market update. And then you can also do, depending on what the month is, you can also do April 2023 up here and then a market update and then your city name down here. So let me duplicate this page here. Let's see, April 3 market update, city name. So you have two options. You can either do it like that, where it's very specific, or you can do it like this, up to you. Let's go ahead and add in one of our photos. You get the idea. I'm just gonna copy this photo here. I'm just gonna paste it here and here. And then at this point, you just wanna go in and add in, again, some graphics, some elements to make it look like it is. This video is a market update. So I'm just gonna look for calendar. And I think I use this one, and you can change the colors out here. So I'm just gonna position that here, and then I'm gonna put it to the back like that. Actually, do it this way. This way. Like this. And we can, because this month is shorter, we can make it a little bit, the text a little bit bigger. And then what we can do is, let's see, if we look up chart, graphic, I think I used this one. Was it this one? Or you can use any one of these. And again, you can also change out the colors. So in this case, we'll just do green so people know that's going up. You can do whatever you like. And let's just put this back underneath here. Situate it, something like that. Or let's see here. Let's see if there's something else. Chart. No, not that. We want to go back into, sorry, not charts. I need a graphic of a chart. Graphics. And then the one that I used previously. I don't know where it is. Was it this one? No. And you can only change one color. But that is, let me see here, I'm going to copy this, paste it here, put it back, just so we have some variety, some options. And then I'm going to grab this, I'm going to paste it here, put it back here, put it all the way to the back. And if you can't get that, that element again, because there's so many layers, go into your positions tab and make sure you're clicked on it, and then we can just adjust this very ever so slightly. You can make this red, green, yellow, stick with white. So that is what we have for the market updates, and there you go, guys. So here we have, just to reiterate once again, we have our pros and cons of living in your city, cost of living in your city, top 5 events in your city, a property tour, 2 different variations of this, and again for your market update, 2 different variations of this depending on how much text you are working with. All right, before I let you go, I have a little ninja trick for you, and that is to quality check your thumbnail. So here I have on another tab opened thumbsup.tv, and this is where you can drag in your thumbnail, put a title, and to see how it looks all together. So let's go into Canva and let's go ahead and just share up to the share button, download. We are going to hit PNG, JPEG, whatever you want. I'm just going to select the second page here, download, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So let me grab the title of this YouTube thumbnail video, copy here, let's go into thumbsup.tv. So here we can just drag in your thumbnail. I'm going to paste in the title, so pros and cons of living in your city name, year. You want to put year because people who are searching on YouTube or on Google are going to see that it is, if it's in the relevant year, they're most likely going to click on it. So this year, 2023, put that in there. And then if we scroll down, this is what your thumbnail would look like on the various places that people are watching YouTube on. So if it's on the mobile app or on desktop or on TV, this is what your thumbnail is going to look like. So again, it's important to make sure that your text is bold, it's legible, and you can see it whether it is small like this or even smaller like that, and on big screen TVs. So again, you want to make sure that your text is big, it's bold, it's legible. Use bright colors. Go ahead and use the effects in the text effects to put the shadows in there. And overall, I think this looks like a very good, very click-worthy thumbnail video. And that is pretty much it when it comes to your thumbnails. So as promised, if you stay till the end of this video, I have a special gift for you, and that is if you comment down #NCrew in the comments down below, I will send you a link to one of these YouTube thumbnail templates so you can get started right away to amplify your YouTube game. And if you want to learn more about how to use Canva for YouTube, then check out these videos right over here. And until next time, I'll see you all next time. Bye!